Welcome back to the Diecast Museum. Today we are in the Hot Wheels room looking at brand new premium Hot Wheels cars. Full vehicle sets here to look at three different lines of cars. A full 2021 mix A, B, C, and D of the Hot Wheels Boulevard cars. And everything at least in duplicate. Well, almost everything. So going to be opening these up. That's going to be in part 2 because we have so many awesome vehicles to look at. So much cool packaging, and versus just doing one video after another with each of the different series, I thought I'd just lump them all together, as I do have a lot of other things to film coming up very quickly, and I want to get this stuff out there while it's still relevant and fresh. So we've also got Car Culture. That set is the Mix A for 2022, so this is brand new in your stores if you can find it, featuring the brand new chase vehicle, number 0 of 5, in this set, and some thoughts of mine on that as we go into this video and look at that. Also, some story on how many of those chase cars actually exist, having talked to a store owner that buys these by the case. Cases full of them, so they have multiple cases. They open them all up. We'll get into that as we go. We've also got the Fast and the Furious line, and I did get quite a few of those cars. Some of these duplicates are meant to be opened. Any cars that you see extra of, I actually made a mistake on my order and ordered multiple cases, hoping for, well, we'll get into that as we go. And as we were shopping at Walmart the other day, I did find these semi-premium line cars. They're not really premium because they are plastic wheels with plastic bases, but they're kind of collector-themed vehicles. We've got the Forza Horizon, and I'm not really sure what those other ones are called. We've got some off-road vehicles here. Got full sets of those. Those are 5 vehicle sets. One of them, as you can see, is duplicated. So let's go in for a closer look at some of these awesome models. There's so many cool models that were released over the last year and a bit. And many of these cars never appeared in my stores like Walmart, not even my local Aurelia Diecast hobby store. They cannot get their hands on Boulevard cars. And Boulevard cars have a long-standing reputation of going up in value seriously over the years, because they are so hard to come by. So tell me in the comments if you guys are able to find these in your local stores. I would be quite curious. And let me know where approximately you live, like what city, what state, what province, whatever. It would be very cool to know, because I had to go to such great extents on this final Mix D for 2021 on the Boulevard series. I bought 3 sets, all from one seller in Australia. Luckily, he had some to spare. So I bought all 3 sets, made the shipping worthwhile, figured worst case, I'll hold on to a set, maybe sell it in the future, or at least have some trade ammo in case I need it, as they are so hard to find. And they are still making them into 2022. So without further ado, let's get into this review. Okay, where to start? I think I will go in straight for the Boulevard series, since we were talking about that. And also, it is the entire 2021 release of these cars. Like I probably already said, Mix A, B, C, and D. Very hard to find. Some very cool castings. And just a real mix of different types of vehicles. That's what Boulevard is known for. Just making a little bit of everything. It's not really series-specific cars like you would find in Car Culture, where we have American Scene. So it says down to the left of that Chevelle, you can see American Scene. That's on all of the Mix A 2022 Car Culture cars. And as well, Fast and the Furious. Those are like their own segment. Here we have Fast Superstars up in the top right of the Fast and the Furious segment, which was retired and will be under the entertainment banner going forwards through 2022. So they're still making Fast and the Furious cars for the collection, but they're not going to be under their own premium line. It'll be under the entertainment premium line. And for these cars here, fully intend to open up at least one set of these cars, the ones I have duplicates of. Very nice cars, actually. I was quite happy to have stumbled across all this awesome merchandise when at Walmart just recently. The rest of these cars, just in case you're wondering, and the people I talk to about them, most often is the local store, AureliaDiecast.com. So you can check them out, order cases from them, Go to their Facebook page. That's how you do that. Pre-order, all the rest. You can also get them from Passion Diecast in Canada. They're very good. And, well, there's multiple sites on eBay. There's wholesalecollectors.com. So I buy all this with my own money. It's not sponsored video. I just like to help collectors out because that is a most frequent question I get. Where do you get all these cars? Certainly, very few of these ended up being purchased at local big box stores like Walmart, as the scalpers usually come in there and hoard them up long before I get a chance to get them. Or at the very least, I just end up getting the cars that are the least desirable. For instance, in the Fast and the Furious line, I actually missed this line. There was a little bit of a mix-up with an order that I had made, and I missed this whole Mix C from 2021. So I went back and got these on eBay, a whole sealed case, which of course features 2 of each model in it. As it would turn out, I had already done this once before, so now I have 2 full sealed cases of those. Well, they're not sealed. I've opened them up, but the cars are still in the package, and so lots of those cars. And anyways, they just hit Walmart now here in Ontario, Canada, in my area, kind of just southern Ontario, I guess, in Orillia. So a little bit north of Toronto. Anyways, they just hit Walmart now. It just goes to show you how far behind Canada's supply chain is with Hot Wheel cars, especially the premium models. That's been the case for years, though. That's nothing new. That has nothing to do with the new supply chain that I can see, because we've always lagged behind in receiving premium cars at the big box stores. However, the Boulevard cars are often the only way to find these are at the big box stores. Otherwise, I've purchased every single one of these cars from eBay. No one else can get them in my local area that I know of. And if they do get them, they don't get enough of them until no sooner you realize that they had them, they're sold out. So scoop them up if you can find a reasonable seller with good shipping, and collect them because they're awesome. Not all these cars are going to be worth big money in the future, but I guarantee some of them will be. 4Runner, maybe the hard body, definitely the Volkswagen, definitely the Subaru. Just making some guesses here. Probably that Corvette drag racer. Could be a lot of these cars might be going up a lot, and it's not uncommon to see these cars just a couple of years later double, triple, sometimes even go up in value 10 times what I paid for them. Cars like this that might have been worth $10, $15 can sometimes command $100 plus in the future. So I don't buy Hot Wheels as a speculative investment. It's just fun to know that cars that are hard to come by, even brand new, can become instant collectibles. Not just vintage Hot Wheels that you'll see all around the Diecast Museum will be worth a lot of money, but even the new stuff can be worth quite a bit of money. Okay, let's see if we can find a spot to land the camera here on the tripod and start looking at some of these Boulevard cars. There we go. We're going to go back in time to the very first release. This would be 2021 release A, or Mix A, sorry. Hot Wheels calls them mixes. We got Mix A, and that featured cars number 21 through 25, as you can see in the lower left corner. And unfortunately, I was only able to get one set of these at the time that I bought them. Again, being so hard to find. And I never did buy a second set, as I was unsure if I was going to complete the Boulevard series. And then, of course, just recently I decided I was going to. So I did buy another 5-vehicle set from another seller in Australia. It's costing me $97 Canadian to get 5 of these. So it's almost $20 a car, guys, Canadian. Mattel intended to sell these for about $6. But that's what it is. I'm paying shipping. I'm paying markup, someone's collection. So although I did call people that hoard these cars and buy them at stores, retail stores, scalpers, in some cases it's just people trying to make a little extra money for whatever reason. So, scalper has a negative connotation. Some people truly do scalp when they buy absolutely everything. But it's a fine line, really. It's a fine line to call someone either a scalper, a collector, or in some cases you just think of the person as maybe helping someone in a different part of the world out, as in the case of the Australian that I've just bought these various sets from recently, they actually helped me out because I wouldn't be able to get these cars otherwise for a reasonable price here in Canada, right where these cars are commonly sold. So that's, I don't know. I'm not going to go too much farther into those thoughts. You can let me know what your thoughts are on that in the comments below, of course. I do appreciate that. But here we have the 5 vehicle set from Mix A. So let's just go in. We'll look at one at a time. Again, nothing getting open up here, but awesome artwork to check out. Got the little short here, a little too short. What a clever name. And some great livery on it. Some awesome Real Rider wheels, drag slicks with the metal base. All of the cars you're going to see here pretty well have metal base rubber tires. And of course, there's the 5 vehicles on the back of the artwork to, I call it artwork because the card art is like artwork. Number 22 in the series was the 68 Mazda Cosmo Sport. And of course, fantastic work of art. They just put the different car basically in the different parking scene on a road. You can see the same cars are in the background in each shot with the car that's in the package just overlaid onto that artwork. And 23 was the 64 Buick Riviera. And beautiful metallic red. Lots of nice details on these. They're done so well by Hot Wheels. Truly a premium car to collect. And that's why so many people do collect them. The 2019 Subaru WRX STI. I think that's going to be a very hard car to find in the future. Personally, I imagine that one's going to go up in value fairly substantially. And usually that happens as well for the Volkswagen Drag Bus, one of the heaviest die-cast castings that Hot Wheels produces even to this day. It's been around for years and years, but people do collect a lot of the Moon Eyes stuff, the Volkswagen stuff, let alone the Volkswagen Drag Bus with the Moon Eyes. So I think this one's going to go up a lot in value as well. If you're a value collector, you may want to keep this one in the package. My second set, of course, is going to be opened up. So I'm not worried too much about the value. And I think these cars will still have value, even loose. I'm just going in for number 26. So we're into Mix B. Again, 5 cars. I'm not going to bring them all into the camera scene again. That was a little bit awkward. So we'll just go through them. I love how they have a big red collector number on the bottom left corner. So if you're putting these on the wall to display, you can quickly see which ones you have, if you're missing any. And also just to show that you have a complete collection, if not. So Corvette Z06 drag car. Very heavy casting. I was hoping it was an actual funny car with a hinge, but it isn't. If Hot Wheels had made this a funny car with a hinge, I think the value of this would have been huge. But even as it is, it's a popular car. Very cool. And I like it a lot. So should point out, Boulevard series for at least 2021 has the same card art background everywhere, just like I said, with that car overlaid on top of it. So we don't need to examine the card art too much further now. We're just going to be looking at the cars themselves. I don't know why I keep grabbing 2 of them, but anyways, I guess they're together. So we've got the Custom 67 Pontiac Firebird. This is a Zamac finish, so no paint other than a black tampo on the door, where normally you'd have a racing number. Exposed engine with pretty good detail. Looks like 2-tone paint, black and gray. Tail lights, license plates, headlights, all the things that Hot Wheels has pretty much guaranteed. Like they're putting that on almost every car, I would venture to say, for 2021 going forwards. It's really nice to see. There's very few cars, if any, that don't have the painted taillights, headlights, and trim detail in the premium series. So really sets the bar high for other manufacturers. Really, it's hard to compete with Hot Wheels because they are just so awesome. The quality is top notch. There's never been any variation in quality except going upwards, other than normal kind of in the main line anyways, normal cost effective ways of making the cars with a little bit more plastic in them versus the all metal cars of yesteryear. That's just supply and demand of materials. They can't really make the cars still for $1 when metal is going up. So here we have the Lancia Stratos Group 5. Very, very customized version of the Lancia Stratos, of which Hot Wheels also has a casting of without this full race version. But this is absolutely awesome. I don't know if I even have this one in my collection. I certainly don't remember if there's any brand new castings from this lot, and I didn't do all my research, but as you can see, Some very rare castings with absolutely tremendous detail. Did I mention that last car we were looking at? That was the Porsche 964. And the final car for Mix B is the 87 Buick Regal GNX. Very powerful, desirable, collectible car in real life. Here we've got it in a awesome two-tone paint job, all metallic with pinstriping. And sweet, sweet looking. Look at the wheels even match the artwork. So I don't know why I keep turning them around. Anyways, we'll try to get everything focused up here. We're going to Mix C now. So this would be like third quarter of 2021. First car in that collection, number 31, the Volkswagen Classic Bug in metallic purple with these interesting looking, dare I say, new wheels for Hot Wheels. I'm not sure actually. Oh, it also has, I think, an opening engine lid there, trunk lid, hood lid, whatever you want to call it. Engine in the back of this car, and some pretty cool artwork. So, on to the next car is the 66 Pontiac GTO. Very, very nice looking car. And, well, it pairs nice with that 64 Buick Riviera that we looked at from Mix A. And here's a classic car. I'm pretty sure we've seen this car somewhere in this similar paint job in the Boulevard series, but from years and years ago. So if you didn't get your 70 Plymouth Super Bird in this wicked yellow with all these awesome graphics, then you have a chance possibly to get it again. I know this car's been released somewhere. I just can't remember where exactly, but it's a beauty. And I expect that one's going to be a tough one to find in future years ahead of us. Number 34, oh, sorry, we missed 34. Number 34 is the DMC DeLorean. Now, this car has been produced many, many different ways, and paint jobs, wheels, slight casting variations from Hot Wheels over the years, especially in the premium line. But it looks great here, just in like a stock DMC DeLorean, as if you order it right from the factory back in the day. There's no Back to the Future stuff going on here. It does appear to have somewhat custom rims on it, but it is Hot Wheels after all. And that is a Zamac finish as well, so very cool. Expect that one will be collectible as well for quite a while. This one to me is very interesting. I don't know if this is a brand new casting or not. I don't have this casting anywhere in my collection. I'm pretty sure of that. Custom 70 Chevy Nova. So certainly have lots of Chevy Novas, but this customization level of this one, radical. We've got this wide body kit on it, air louvers, spoiler, big fat wheels, and a roll cage in there, like a red roll cage. So cool. Like, for me, this is probably one of the coolest cars in Mix C. Now we're on to the final mix for 2021 of Boulevard, and it starts out with the most collectible vehicle I think you're going to find in this series. That is the 2018 Toyota 4Runner. This is a first release, I can tell you that for certain. We've never seen this casting from Hot Wheels, so once again, Boulevard pulls out new castings for the collector, making it even more hard to find and desirable in the future for completists or collectors looking for those first release versions of the Hot Wheels they've come to know and love. And the 4Runner itself is an awesome truck, so very cool to see it in this very realistic looking white. And I cannot wait to get one of these opened up to take it out for a roll with you guys here on the channel. I do have 3 of those, and I love them. Very glad. Number 37 is the 97 Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR. Also, extremely awesome casting of this car. Look at all the details on it. I mean, I know we're looking at these cars loose in part 2, so we'll try to focus on the artwork as equally, but I just get so excited for these premium release cars. And that was bound to happen, as they are very hard to come by. And another welcome return of a premium release vehicle is the custom 93 Nissan Hardbody D21, they call it. License plate, headlights, side graphics and wheels. Very cool. There it is. Slammed suspension. And I think that's going to go over well with collectors as well. Probably the biggest peg warmer, if there is one here, is going to be the Volkswagen Cafe Racer. Cafer? I don't know. It's a cool casting. I really like it. We've seen quite a few of these in the main line over the years. A few premium releases here and there. It's a very customized Volkswagen Beetle. But I do think that that's probably going to be the one that will be of the least value in this set for collectors. This one is super cool, and I can see this one going up a lot in value. Honda Civic EG custom version. So a lot of collectors going for JDM, and these are becoming almost vintage, dare I say. You don't see them on the roads here in Canada. The salt ate them all up a long time ago, and there's very few left. Most of them were highly customized by teenagers and young men. So, it's hard to find a good sample of these cars in real life, and but a lot of people have fond memories of it. So these custom little Hondas the Hot Wheels is producing, I think, are going to be a winner for a long time. That is the entire mix of 2021 cars for Boulevard. So we're going to move on to the Car Culture series, which I did buy 2 cases of, and I'm going to get into that why in just a minute. So the reason why is because Mattel has decided it's a great idea to introduce a chase car, as they call it, into this segment of premium vehicles, which I really don't like. In the past, they used to not call it a chase car, but they would put like one version in of the car and then everything else is duplicated, making uneven sets. So up until this point, it's been years since we've seen an uneven set coming out of a sealed 10 vehicle shipper case, where you normally get, everything in duplicate. And that's all it shows on the back, except here we have the 0 of 5, so really of 1 of 6 is the black Corvette. And it's going to make it harder for just normal guys, collectors, people to get these Hot Wheels, as if they're not already hard enough to buy them at the stores. Now we've got to pay premium scalper prices on these Corvettes, because everyone's going to pick them up and think they're worth a lot. And really, talking to my friends at Aurelia Diecast, these cars were produced in equal numbers. Every case they opened up had one of this and one of that. So it's almost like a forced way to increase secondary prices on these cars on the markets. Like eBay, I'm seeing these cars people are asking $30, $40 for them. Why? Just because there's one? Like, Hot Wheels is producing tens of thousands of these cars and shipping them all over the world, guys. Do not pay scalper prices for these. And I don't know. I don't like that Mattel has done this. I think they need to steer away from kind of purposely making cars rare. Like, they're already hard enough to find. So that's my rant on that. 2 awesome cars in that series, mind you. 0 of 5 and 1 of 5. Brings us to 2 of 5. 69 Chevelle SS 396. Seen this casting various times in the Fast and the Furious lineup, but here it is, just Car Culture. And the artwork. These ones, unlike the Boulevard, you actually have some interior views of the car. You've got a driver's head kind of silhouette there, whereas Boulevard's just got these kind of mirrored window looks on every single model. So I like this look a little better. I wish Boulevard would do that for their artwork on those cars as well. Just some tips. Not that Mattel's probably listening to me, but if they are, thank you. Number 3 of 5 in the same series, we've got the Ford Bronco R. So definitely like a desert racer version. It's got the spare wheel carrier in the back. It's got a plastic molded wheel as part of the interior. And these cool 2-tone rims. You got the chrome ring around the 6-spoke white Real Rider wheels. And just a ton of detail on the front and all around. So pretty cool. I think this one's going to be pretty desirable for collectors, at least in the current moment. The 20 Dodge Charger Hellcat in this awesome bright green. I like how they've got a different view of the car from the back, unlike the rest of the cars, which are all from the front. I just really like the, switching it up a little bit. And this is a great casting. Always welcome to see it in the premium release. And finally, we've got the Tesla Roadster. I think this is the first time I've seen this casting, maybe a brand new casting. I'm almost certain of it, actually, for 2022. Premium release. Very nice job. Two-door Tesla. I don't know if this is even on the roads yet. Is that a concept car? Are those out yet? Who knows? I don't know, clearly. Finally, let's look at Fast and the Furious. Now, this is from 2021 Mix C. We'll start off with 1 of 5 Fast Superstars. Very nice artwork on this. Kind of like that nighttime street racing vibe. This is going to be the hardest car to find in the series, the Nissan Skyline GTR BNR34. As I said, this mix just hit Walmart in my area, and they had every model except for this one. Everyone is picking these cars up. They're the most desirable cars. These ones are going to go up in value for sure, because a lot of collectors weren't able to get them on account of people buying them up in multiples, even though the set features 2 of each of these cars in every case or 10 vehicle shipper box that Mattel produces. So equal numbers of all these cars are produced. What those numbers are, we don't exactly know, but it's got to be tens of thousands at least, maybe even 100,000. 70 Chevelle SS Primer Gray. Pretty sure we've seen this car before. Maybe some slight changes to it, but I do notice with the Fast and Furious sets, there's often a lot of repetition from cars being released over and over again with minor variances, and obviously different card art, which makes them collectible, especially if you leave them in the cardboard. But even still, a lot of these cars you will find with just minor changes, which, as a collector, I would call that a variation, and it helps you identify exactly which year it came from. So here we have the 70 Dodge Charger. Great looking artwork. Look at that. Another rear view of this vintage Hemi car going up a mountain slope. And the 70 Chevy Nova SS. It's got like a weathered finish. It's almost like a painting or something. I don't really know. The car itself, beautiful. Silver metallic. Black racing stripes. Tons of detail. And finally, rounding out that mix, number 5 of 5 is the Toyota GR Supra. Now, I think this car is probably going to be the second most desirable car. And in fact, at the local Walmart, there were very few of these left. And I've already got enough of them, so left them behind. But a very cool matte finish on this. It's like an orange matte paint. I've never seen that before from Hot Wheels, other than like with black paint. But cool car, Toyota GR Supra. And now looking at these, I don't actually know what kind of series this is called. Hot Wheels doesn't say anywhere on here. We've got a case code, GDG83 or something. So I'm sure if I looked it up, I did not do that before filming this video. I was too excited to show you all the premium stuff. These aren't really premium. They're plastic with plastic wheels, but they do have that variation in the card art. And you do pay 50% more almost versus just a regular Hot Wheels. No, not 50%, maybe 25%. These were $1.57 Canadian at Walmart. Normal Hot Wheels are $1.37, so it's only 20 cents more for different artwork and very cool themed cars. What that theme is, someone let me know in the comments, since I did not do my research. But I really like that. That was the 2020 Coensberg Jesco. I'm pretty sure I say that wrong every time. 71 Porsche 911. The only thing that would make this car any cooler is if it had a yellow, or not a yellow base, but the base does make up the bumpers, and therefore they usually match the base on these cars with the body. These are two different Porsches, but I just wanted to put them next together. Side by side. If you're a Porsche collector, you're going to want both of these cars. Okay, back to it. Very cool car anyway. Super happy about that. That was the most popular one of this series, as I noted in Walmart. There were very few of those Porsches left. And 17 Acura NSX. Great artwork though, eh? Like, very good. You got the driver's helmet in there, nice reflections. Really good quality artwork. Good quality cars with all the livery on them. And if you wanted to run a wheel swap on these as a customizer, these would look perfect in your premium loose car collection. So that was the 17 Acura NSX. Then we got the McLaren P1. Always a fan favorite, I think. Very, very awesome. Fast car. Cool artwork. Finally, I went in reverse order, so we're ending with 1 of 5 as they are numbered. The 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 in green. Big spoiler on it. Got a lot of Mustangs in my collection, but this one is really nice. It's got all the right details on it. Now, this series that we're going to look at next is called the Forza Horizon series. This may have been a 2021 release. I don't even know, actually, with the last set. Like I said, there's a little bit of a delay in getting these kind of set cars here in Canada, so this could be something you've already seen, but we've got Forza Horizon. That's the video game, of course. 5 cars in that set as well. And we're going to start with the Corvette C7R. Now, the theme here is matte black paint with a pink interior. So if that's not your thing, you won't like these cars, but I do. So that was 5 of 5. And now 4 of 5. Probably my favorite car in here, the Renault Sport RS01. Oh, it doesn't have a pink interior, but it has pink paint. Now, they didn't do the taillights on these, interestingly, so not all of them got the full treatment. This one did. The 19 Mercedes-Benz A-Class does have headlights, taillights, symbols. So, and it has the pink interior. And then the Porsche 911 GTR RS. Very cool artwork. Matching wheels once again with the artwork, so that's really good. And this one has the pink interior. Lots of pink decos. They did not paint the taillights, but they got the headlights. Same true for the SRT Viper GTSR. Black interior in this one, so 2 black interiors. And now let's look at the final series for this video. It's an off-road series, once again, not marked by Hot Wheels on the package what that series is called, but there's probably some information online about it. Check the case code or something. Got the 5 vehicles in that set, and they are numbered 1 through 5. So we're starting with 5 of 5. That's the 15 Land Rover Defender double cab. Very cool. Each of these vehicles has brown, muddy wheels with black center rims and mud graphics on the paint jobs, matching the vehicle in the picture, which looks pretty cool. I only picked up 1 set of these. I'll probably just leave them in the package. Number 1 of 5 is the Unimog, and that's the Mercedes-Benz Unimog 1300 specifically, with this desert or mud rally livery on it. Very cool. I do collect that model. It's one of the more interesting ones, I would say, that's been released lately. And the 67 Jeepster Commando, also fairly new model. Great details on it with the headlights, signal lights, all that mud. And a big plasticky looking motorcycle that would do well with a little bit of kind of creative paint on it if you want to make your own motorcycle, whether matching or otherwise. Just a cool truck. Number 3 of 5. Check it out. It's a monster car. The Olds 442 W30. We don't often see it with the jacked up wheels, but here it is. It's a good old casting from way back in the early 90s that they've recently put the off-road suspension on. And doesn't it look mean? Just tearing through this swamp here. Really like how it's got all these multicolored panels on it, implying that it's been put together. Or just creatively painted, one or the other. And finally, number 4 of 5, the Toyota Land Cruiser. Almost with a military kind of camo-y green color, but some interesting graphics, lots of mud splattered all over it. Super great details again with the Toyota printed on the tailgate and taillights. Full headlight and grille treatment. Really cool. So a nice set. I almost bought 2 sets, but there weren't very many. I wanted to leave behind a full set for someone else. And yeah, I don't plan on opening them because I have so many cars to open. And right now I'm not displaying the newest premium cars or even mainline cars. Well, I'm displaying premium cars, not the mainline cars or the collector series cars, as I just don't have enough room on the case walls in the background through the museum. But in part 2, you'll see where all these premium cars end up. It's going to fill up a lot of spaces. I'll just take you over there quickly to give you a before picture of what we're going to be doing. So we will head into the larger portion of the diecast museum to have a look at where all those premium cars are going to end up. And lots going on in the diecast museum. As you can see, I have set up a massive track set. It works out really well. I'm just going through some testing here, but that's going to be a cool video coming up pretty soon, racing new mainline Hot Wheels on this custom track. And do they ever fly? But let's go over and look where these premium cars are going to end up, as I've left full Plano cases and columns free for the vehicles. Now, Plano cases are 6 cubes high individually. These are the Plano Model 5324 cases, for anyone that still doesn't know what they are. They're 4 wide, attached with 2 screws to the wall, with lids removed. And I have left each vertical column for each premium release. So you can see there's one of the latest releases, 5. And each one gets a special 6th spot. As it turns out, that's going to be helpful for premium cases with a chase car in it, such as the Corvette C8R. I'm going to have all 6 cars there, hopefully. But if not, then it gives me a little spot for a favored duplicate or some expansion room. So lots of spaces to fill in here. And there again are 2 matching Moon Eye Volkswagen vans from 2 different series. Got one over here. That was, I can't remember which series each one was from now, or mix. I should have a label. I should put labels on here to identify them quicker, and that might be something I'll do at the same time while we fill in this collection, so I can have a little label just kind of identifying which release they are. But for me, at least, I know where all the cars from each release are. That's one mix. There's another, there's another, there's another. And for the most part, these have been put in chronological order. Time of release. They're not sorted by all Boulevard cars together or all Fast and Furious. They're just kind of chronologically which premium cars have been released over the years. And where is Japan Historics? We always like to visit Japan Historics. There it is. 5-car set that started all in car culture back in 2016. It's quite a valuable set nowadays, especially that Datsun 510 wagon. And pretty cool stuff. Of course, the rest of the vehicles you see out on the parking lot here are my oversized green light vehicles that don't fit on the Plano wall. And already you can see lots of green light vehicles that struggle to fit in there. They're all on an angle because of it. Big long trucks and cars. So anyways, if you're after any of those cars that we just looked at, happy hunting. I hope you can find them. And if not, get ready to shell out some extra bucks on eBay.